welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy. I'm your man, Mr. Allen Henry. Today, I'd like to talk to you of another film I just happened to watch almost an hour ago. And this is a very fun flick. And this was from Japan. It came out 2024, and it's called Ghost Killer. It stars, I'm not going to pronounce the actress's name, but she's popular in the Baby Assassin franchise, which there's three movies, and then there is a television show supposedly that just came out, or came out last year in Japan. Now, the story centers around a hitman. I'm assuming it's from the Yakuza, as they don't really go into details what kind of thugs it is, but commonly I'm sure it's Yakuza or Yakuzas who gets killed one night. And he becomes an apparition. And let me start over with the plot from the perspective of the character. Uh, this college student comes across a bullet that summons a apparition, a ghost, who claims that that he would like for her to help him get revenge on the people responsible for his murder. That's better. And this college student is in overhead. And this is a action comedy, a very unique and kind of an original one, especially done in a action film sense, where you're touching supernatural, and it's very fun. All right, I had a great time with this movie. You have literally these two characters. One is a ghost, and which is kind of funny because when the girl starts freaking out in the scene and everybody else doesn't see it, she literally freaks the freak out, and her friends and people around her are taken aback that she could see it, but everybody else can't. It's like, yeah, I'm seeing a ghost. And the guy's pretty much just chill. It's like, hey, yeah, I need your help. And he's like, she ain't trying to do nothing until, when he reveals that he's a hitman. But it also, some of the people that the girl knows, the ghost knows. And he's telling her that some of these people are crooked and evil and are trying to uh, take advantage. So he possesses the ability to possess her and use his martial arts skills to take him down. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, these fight scenes are pretty cool. All right, like they're probably the closest hand to hand like martial arts I've seen where you literally looks great. Kind of like Baby Assassin for those who haven't seen that. I highly recommend you check that out. Uh, where it's very close up like close up brawling, but in a form of grappling and martial arts. I gotta look into the martial arts style because I think the actress really knows how to do all that. I think both actors do, and these fight scenes are amazing. Like they literally got me hooked and exciting. Like I haven't been excited for a fight sequence since David Fincher's The Killer. Uh, and I think hands down that's one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in the way that I was constructed. But this here is literally one of the most exciting action scenes I've seen when it comes to just mostly hand-to-hand combat. And that's what a majority of the action scenes are, or hand-to-hand combat. So there's no, and some gunfight. Gunfight doesn't happen towards the end, but it's like with the raid style. And I know the raid is kind of more popular, but what really, I think, what really drives this film, what's worth your time is the interaction between the uh, ghost and the college student, and it's pretty bonkers and hilarious. Where these two are literally going back to back at it. Where it reminds me of hmm. It does kind of remind me a little bit of certain characters in anime, like that would just have this disagreement. They're going to just butt heads back to back. Where I'm trying to think of an anime where one is in reality and one is like trying to encourage them to deal with the impossible is possible scenario. I think Dragon Ball Z is kind of the one that kind of really puts to mind, or like Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, where you're literally trying to, or one is encouraging the other to do the impossible and to make it happen. And it's a very fun little movie. Um, it's what I think is the strong point are those two actors doing what they're doing and the action sequences. It might get a little repetitive for the action sequences because they're just mostly just fight sequences. So it's, I guess you could say it's a martial arts supernatural action film. And hands down, it is pretty cool. Okay, and it's actually one of the films. You know what? I will straight up and say this. This is one of the rare films I could say, and it's a fun film that I had a great time watching a fun film. And this is something that felt like I was looking for. That felt kind of original, and it was having a great time exercising that premise of being that. Villains are one dimensional. There's not really anything uniquely about the villains for except one particular character that has a friendship with the ghost, and these two kind of go at it. And it's I actually kind of like that the culture in Japan is so open to supernatural presence because when the college student mentions that, hey, your friend, yeah, is the ghost, and he's talking to me, he's like, I see. And he kind of just goes with it. Well, he checks it first, just to study the martial art moves, because when the ghost possesses the girl, her body, and it does all those martial art fight sequences, he's like, okay, all right, I believe you now. And those scenes are badass. Like I really like I would love to know how to learn that because I know it's a very physical. The way that it is very physical with those fight scenes. I think you'll have a great time with this movie. Like I really do. Um, Especially if you're not to bash any American films. If you're looking for a good time action flick, and if you don't mind watching a film in Japanese subtitles, this is a film I highly recommend on Tubi. It's on Tubi right now. And I remember seeing the trailer for it online a year ago. Now it's available here. And that's the thing. And I've noticed this. When a movie premieres, at least a year and a half after the theater, it'll be on Tubi. Like, I just find out Love Lies Bleeding is on Tubi. But anyway, check this movie out. You'll have a great time. Ghost Killer. Have you seen it? Comment below. Let me know if you have, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie, y'all.